Selling put options has a high win rate built into the math. The 20 delta put has roughly an 80% probability of expiring worthless before you even pick the stock. So on paper, this strategy is already in your favor just from the way options are priced. But the investors who treat that 80% as a finished thought, who just sell any put at 20 delta and call it a high probability trade, are missing the 3 additional layers that turn mathematically favorable into consistently profitable. Those 3 layers are why some people run this for years and years with minimal blowups, while others blow up an account in the first 6 months of running the wheel. Let me walk through my actual process here. And here's the problem with really relying on delta alone as your edge. Delta is calculated from a stock's recent price history and current implied volatility. It tells you the probability the stock reaches your strike price based on how the stock has been behaving late. What it doesn't tell you is this: whether the stock is overextended right now, whether there's any real buyer support at the price you're selling protection on, or whether the business behind the stock is even worth owning at all if things go wrong. Delta is one input. By itself, it produces a probability. Combined with the right stock, the right timing, and the right position size, it produces a way higher probability trade setup. Missing any one of those 3, and the 80% win rate, in the calculation becomes disconnected from the 80% that you'll actually experience running this. The difference between the math probability and the real probability is what the process exists to close. But here's the framework that I use every time I'm evaluating a put opportunity, especially. I think about each trade as having 4 gates. Every gate must be passed before the trade gets executed. Fail one, a gate, and there's no additional trade, regardless of how good the premium actually looks, okay? Gate 1 is quality. Does the business behind the stock generate consistent cash flow? Does it have a dividend history that suggests management has been financially disciplined? And could I hold the shares of this company for 12 to 18 months without worrying that the business is collapsing on itself? Gate 2 is technical timing. Is the stock currently in a favorable setup for selling cash secured puts, meaning near the lower end of its recent price range, not near recent all-time highs where a pullback is more probable than continued strength? Gate 3 is the options math. Is the delta in the right range? Is the return on collateral meaningful for the risk that I'm taking on? Is there enough premium even to justify this position in my portfolio? Gate 4 is position sizing. Even if the first 3 gates are passed, I'm sizing this trade so that the simultaneous bout outcome on multiple positions doesn't impair this entire account for me. All 4 every time. That's what high probability actually means in practice. Not relying on any single factor, but layering 4 separate filters that each independently reduce the risk of failure. Let's talk about gate 1 in practice, the business quality check, okay? Before I open any options chain, I look at the underlying business itself. Look, I want to see at least 5 years of consistent earnings on this thing, preferably, honestly, 10 or more. I want to see a dividend that's been paid, without cuts. I want to be able to explain, in 2 sentences what the company even does and even why it generates cash. If I can't do these 3 things, the options chain, it doesn't even get opened up by me. The premium on a business I don't even understand remotely and wouldn't even want to own it doesn't matter what the premium is that I'll be collecting. The high probability win rate in the math disappears the moment the underlying business is the wrong kind of, volatile, at least for me. This filter eliminates speculative growth stocks, all right? Companies with, balance sheet problems, and really anything where the only reason the premium is high is literally because the business is uncertain, okay? That premium is accurately priced. It reflects the real risk. Collecting it without understanding, what you're agreeing to even own is not a high probability trade, okay? Let's talk about gate 2 in practice, the chart setup. Look, once I find a quality stock and it passes the business check, I look at the charts, okay? I'm not a day trader though. I'm looking for one setup. Is the stock near the lower Bollinger Band with the RSI approaching or below 35? This combination tells me the stock has already moved meaningfully downward from from its recent range, okay? The selling pressure has been absorbed for the most part. Buying interest tends to appear at these levels for good quality companies because the valuation is more attractive than it was at, obviously, at higher prices. Selling a put on a stock that's at that lower Bollinger Band is a fundamentally different trade than selling a put when, let's say, a stock is at its upper band or even at its mid-range. At the lower Bollinger Band, the natural movement of the stock is working in favor of the put, hopefully expiring worthless. The stock has to continue declining for the position to go wrong. Look, it doesn't just have to, doesn't have to just pause. If the stock isn't at this technical setup, it goes back on the watch list for me. I'll check it again in 2 or 3 weeks and I'll leave it on my ArkPicks.com watch list. Gate 3, delta and return on collateral. When both the business quality and the technical setup are right, I open the options chain, okay? I look for puts in the 20 to 30 delta range, okay? That's the zone where I'm, 70, 80% likely to expire worthless with a strike that's meaningfully below the current price. Higher delta means more premium, but more risk. Lower delta means obviously less premium than the position even justifies. After selecting, right, the approximate strike, I check the return on my collateral. Premium obviously divided by the strike price times 100. I want to see 1.5% to 3% for the 30-day cycle on good quality names. Below 1.5%, the premium really isn't worth the obligation in my opinion. Above 4 to 5% on a quality stock, I ask what the market knows that's driving this premium up, and often that's the answer is something's going wrong, okay? The sweet spot for me is 1.5% to 3%, consistently, meaningfully appropriate for the quality of the underlying stock. Gate number 4, position sizing. The last check is how much capital this position is going to represent of mine, okay? No single position ever represents, I try to, 15% of my active options capital. This ceiling really exists specifically for the scenario where, let's say, 2 or 3 positions experience really bad outcomes simultaneously in literally the same week. If each position is sized correctly, that scenario, it's really uncomfortable, but at least it's manageable. If positions are oversized, the same scenario can impair my entire portfolio and freeze it. After the position is sized, I also check that my liquidity reserve, the cash I keep out of all positions, is still intact for me. That reserve doesn't get touched to fund a new trade. It literally exists to absorb whatever the market sends that I didn't really plan for. But here's the bottom line with all this stuff, right? High probability, cash secured put selling isn't a delta number like people tell you. It's a layered process where quality stock selection, right? Technical timing, appropriate options math, and disciplined position sizing all stack on top of each other to produce the setup where multiple factors are aligned in your favor simultaneously. And this is partly why I built ArkPicks.com. It tracks literally all of this stuff for me and into one easy dashboard that I can log into any time of day to see the perfect setups on my specific watch list, whether it's on the lower Bollinger Band, key moving averages, AI summaries, literally everything. I have a very special discount for everybody viewing. You can use code 25OFF on ArkPicks.com for 25% off the lifetime of your subscription. If you're somebody like me that doesn't want to trade full time and you just want the key information on a setup, you're going to absolutely love ArkPicks.com. So make sure to go check it out. That code is called 25OFF for 25% off the lifetime of your subscription. But look, any of these factors by themselves are insufficient. Delta alone doesn't account for the business or the timing. Technical timing alone doesn't account for the options math or the position size. All 4 of these together produce the conditions where the mathematical 80% win rate we hear about and the real world win rate actually match up. Look, the process takes longer to apply than just selling any put at 20 delta. I agree. That extra time is what the professional premium gets spent on, okay? I got some questions for you guys as always in the comment section. Number 1, of these 4 gates, quality check, technical setup, options math, position sizing, which one do you find yourself, really skipping, right? And most often, and has skipping it ever cost you? Who's going to be honest down below? Number 2, when you evaluate a put opportunity, do you currently check all 4 of these things independently, or do you lead with premium and then work backwards from there? Drop that down below, and also check out ArkPicks.com. If you've stayed through this video, I promise you're probably a lot like me, and I built this tool just for myself because I want to to see all of my top setups off my watch list with the RSI, where they're sitting on their Bollinger Bands, what's going on with the company, and you'll find even a demo on arkpix.com. And make sure to use coupon code 25OFF for 25% off the lifetime of your subscription. Remember, guys, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.